The museum was founded in 1910 when UCD was in Oxford Terrace. The major force behind the creation of the museum was the Reverend Henry Brown. He was a professor of Greek. He believed in the teaching of classical history, ancient history, through the material culture, and that made him passionate about the creation of a museum. He put the collection together by writing to archaeologists, museum curators, big museums such as the British Museum, the Ashmolean Museum as well, and to ask for duplicates of antiquities they had, of classical antiquities they had. Of course, it was a teaching museum that he wanted to establish and use the collection for teaching thereafter. Well, Henry Brown really wanted examples of all the artifacts from the ancient world, ranging from the tiniest thing, like a figurine, like a small bead, up to big vases and weapons, and you know. So we have a great range of artifacts, which is very useful to us because we have a lot of themes represented here and a lot of periods represented as well. The students have the chance to examine artifacts. At level 1, they actually have tutorials in here, and they look through the glass windows and they examine artifacts in that way. In later years, they can handle things. We take them out of the cases, we have them on the table, and they can look at things in the round, and they can touch artifacts as well. So they get this experience of the material culture, you know, firsthand here. The vase wasn't important in Roman times at all. I mean, if you see the vases, the Roman vases that we have are plain, mostly plain, whereas the Greeks loved their vases. They loved the images, the narrative of myth on them, and they were displaying them a lot. They were burying themselves with them as well, but also using them very much at the symposia, their parties, all men parties that they had, drinking parties, because they all, if you look around the vases, they're all vases that were used for mixing wine and water, serving wine, and drinking wine. You know, so all these have scenes which, at the symposium, could actually inspire people to recite poetry and to discuss the myths. Figurines, oh, they're very important votive offerings. That's what they were. They were offered to shrines, to sanctuaries, to the gods. You know, from the tiniest one to the large statue were offerings to the gods. Somebody of poor means would actually find a little figurine of an animal or a human to offer to the god. It was just as good as a big statue that somebody who had money would dedicate. What we have is here, from the earliest, the Greek coins, that's the Greek coins that we have. We have the early ones, you know. Not only does it teach us how numismatics, how coins started to be used, but also about the cities of the ancient world, because every ancient city, Greek city, minted their own coins. And we have, for example, for Athens, which was the biggest city, obviously, we have a whole range of dates, you know, from the earliest to the latest coins. And the head of Athena, their goddess, you know, developing from an early Athena to a to the late type of Athena. Then we have also coins from different other cities. So the students can see, you know, represented the different cities of the ancient world.